Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and with me, as always,
Gator.
And we are going to be smoking another cigar from the January My Monthly Cigars box today.
MyMonthlyCigars.com.
Indeed. We're down to 2 cigars, so it became a question of what we're going to do, and we decided that we would go ahead and smoke the Alec Bradley Tempus Nicaragua today.
I'm looking forward to it. I like Alec Bradley cigars.
I do too.
Yep.
I've had a few. I have actually in my travel humidor here. Hang on a second. Let me just check and confirm the name of it. It's one that Rob over at Cigar Talk turned me on to. It's a box press. So
it's the only way to go.
It was a stretch for me to purchase this thing, but it is the Alec Bradley Fine and Rare.
Ooh.
So I did pick that up.
I might have to sneak that out of that box while you're not looking.
I'm looking forward to giving that a try.
I plan to swipe one of Nicholas's cigars.
You son of a bitch. Anyway.
Wouldn't be the first time.
True. It really wouldn't. So, anyway, the Alec Bradley Tempus Nicaragua is a 5.5 by 55 quadrum.
Quadro.
Yeah, that's what they call it. It's a Robusto.
Ah, okay.
So, with a Nicaraguan wrapper, binder, and filler. So it is a Nicaraguan Puro.
There you go.
Indeed.
Let me get mine out of the cellophane.
It did receive multiple 90 ratings from Cigar Aficionado.
Well, there you go. Hold on.
Are you finished?
Not yet. It's still in there. Look.
It's really not. You're just sticking with it
there
slowly
it goes.
just
okay.
for the fun of it here. So, anyway, according to the notes on the little card that My Monthly Cigars includes in the box, it is a medium to full-bodied cigar.
I look forward.
So, I guess it is now that time. Pretty early, but whatever.
Big news coming up for the cut. Big news.
It's coming. It's coming.
Stay with us, folks.
But it is now time to cut the cigar.
It's so fancy how you do that.
Hey, you gotta have a little showmanship.
Prestidigitation. Is that how you pronounce that?
Where's the ashtray?
Oh.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you. I didn't want to be a savage and just drop the cap on the floor.
No,
like,
we want to be invited back here. We're in the mobile studio today. Naming rights are available.
Oh, wherever we're at can be bought for
Yes.
naming rights. So the naming rights follow us. So
Oh, nice cut. Okay.
feel free to purchase that. So, but yeah, we are at Studio B, as we'll call it today.
Curi0us tight.
Yeah. Anything?
Like hay.
Yeah.
Like a straw. Have you tried it? Try it.
Okay, hang on. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
It's almost like, I don't know, like a cut grass or something, yeah.
Anyway, Jeff's getting very, very fanciful with his flavor notes already.
Farm boy.
So, okay. I am lighting my cigar. I'll tell you what, folks. I know I've brought it up before, but Nick Perdomo put out a video on the Perdomo Cigars YouTube channel as to how to properly light a cigar, and I'll tell you what.
That's a thing of beauty. It's a good burn.
It is, like, I felt as if I was doing everything wrong in my life until I learned how to do that.
You were today years old when you found out you were doing it wrong.
And it's just been, like, the best way to light a cigar I've ever encountered. Meanwhile, I'm watching Jeff just make his look like it's a space pod attempting re-entry into Earth's orbit.
I hope the heat shield holds out.
It's just like plummeting to the planet with the fire
like something
trails.
out of Apollo 13.
So,
thank God we got those guys home.
You're just roasting that thing.
Look at that. Oh, that's going now. That's cooking.
It's something.
Whoa, that lighter's hot. Oh, my God.
What happens when you take a butane lighter and hold it out for
spot
that
weld
long?
with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, do some spot welding with it. So, anyway, so right off the bat, what are your thoughts?
No, thoughts on the cigar?
I'm getting coffee.
You're getting coffee?
I'm getting coffee. Getting like a coffee
I'm
flavor.
getting a hint
from
of some
it.
kind of fruit. Like fruity, like dried fruit.
You would get fruit.
I'm getting fruit. I admit it freely.
No, I'm getting like a coffee flavor.
Well, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's
dried
subtle.
apricots or
It's
something. I'm
subtle.
getting some kind of, yeah.
Whatever flavors are there, they're very subtle.
Fair enough.
So, well, anyway. So, yeah, this is the Alec Bradley Tempus Nicaragua.
Tempest, Nicaragua.
So, dude, I got us in a little bit of a little bit of a Super Bowl bet.
I saw that.
So for those of you who don't know, Bryant, the co-host over at Cigar Talk, is a big 49ers fan. And I reached out through
That's all well and good, except they're going to lose.
Exactly. So I reached out to Bryant through a video that I threw up on my Instagram where I basically told him that, I'd like to go ahead and challenge him to a bet with this year's big game. And that when the Chiefs defeat the 49ers, then he can go ahead and light himself up a backwoods.
Okay.
And
nothing wrong. I've smoked backwoods. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, okay. Anyway.
I mean, it's not an Alec Bradley, but it's,
Mm-hmm. Well, he responded, and he
threw down the gauntlet, did he?
Accepted the bet, and he drug you into it. Now, I did not drag Rob into it.
You're writing checks that my ass has to cash.
I did not drag Rob into it because, it'd be pretty funny. Now, I'd say this. If I was going to drag Rob into it, I'd be making the bet on a fat bottom Betty because I know that,
Oh, yeah.
That would be if the Cowboys had made it to the Super Bowl. But let's be real. That's not happening.
No.
But anyway.
Well, if they buy a ticket.
There you go. So anyway, if the...
Same way with the Patriots.
If the 49ers... Oh, I love it. If the 49ers happen to get lucky that day and defeat the Chiefs, you and I are now committed to... One of us has to smoke a Swisher, and the other has to smoke a Black and Mild.
Which I hate to say this.
So I guess we can flip a coin as to see which
one's going to do what. It's not really a bad bet
what.
for me because I smoke those anyway.
I was going to say, you smoke both those anyway, so...
I have no problem smoking a Swisher.
Me,
I'll admit it all day.
Let's be real. It's one cigar. I can get through it.
It'll be different for you.
Oh, I bet it will.
Yeah. Because I started smoking.
Now, the Black and Milds are the ones with the little plastic tips, right?
Yeah.
Do the Swishers have those?
Some do. Some have their wood tips. There's Perfectos. There's a whole range.
It's not like what we're smoking now, where you it's just part of the cigar. They all have like these weird little tips on them.
Well, no, I mean you can cut the tip off of a Swisher,
okay.
But it's the problem is basically that it's short filler, so it's going to start coming out in your mouth if you mess with the way that it's put together. Now, one of the ones that I've smoked before, and I don't know if it's the little blunt that they have or what it is, but it's actually got like just a little, like almost like a pinhole, like the size of the head of a pencil.
Okay.
And the problem I run into that when I smoke a Swisher like that is that it seems to really collect that tar.
Yeah.
Like that liquidy stuff.
The smaller the area for the smoke and whatnot to come out as you draw on it, the more you're going to have that tar buildup. That's why, like with a punch versus like a straight cut or something, you get more of a tar buildup.
Or like my friend Bill Huffine that listens to the show just bit a third of a cigar off.
Yeah, I saw
it was very savagery.
I saw the picture of that.
It was very savagey.
That was a caveman cut right there. That was sad, actually. I felt for that cigar.
I said, here, because I forgot my cutter, and I said, here, just bite the tip off. And the next thing I know, he chomps down about a third of the way up the cigar and just rips it in two.
I don't know what hookers he's hanging out with, but not ones I want to.
Bill, direct your correspondence to Nick at cigarpulpit.com.
So anyway, yeah, Bryant, hope you're picking out whatever flavor backwoods you want there, buddy.
Have you ever had a backwoods smoke?
I have not.
Hey, I would almost say whoever loses, we should probably, and we know it's going to be them because the Chiefs are going to win.
Oh, yes, they are.
We should probably smoke along with them just, because. We should get a backwoods that week and just,
That's funny, buddy.
Console the losers.
Hey, you know what? How about you can do that.
I'm not proud. I'll smoke I've smoked a backwoods. I'm gonna. Hey, if you like Toscanos, you'll be just fine.
I like Toscanos.
Mm-hmm.
Are you comparing a Toscano to a backwoods?
In some ways, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Except they normally don't flavor the Toscanos with peach. But regardless.
I was happy you added the each. Because for a split second, I thought you were going to say with pea, and I was going to be like, that's a horrible flavored cigar. Why would anyone do that?
I'm tasting urine.
It's so acidic.
I'm getting hints of urine and yeast infection.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well.
Oh, my.
Anyway, Well, Bryant, don't pick up the pea-flavored one. Find yourself a better one.
It's out there. You just got to search for them.
Yeah. Holy cow.
I've tickled myself now.
Yeah, I'm glad you tickled yourself because nobody else wants to. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, I got us in on that, but
There you go.
I think we're safe.
Good deal.
Yeah. Now I'm locking up.
Still thinking about the yeast infection, are you?
Yeah, it's hitting the brain pan pretty hard there.
So what are you getting on your cigar?
Still getting those kind of hints of coffee there, buddy. Maybe and some pepper, a little bit of pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, fruity. I can see the coffee. I'm not getting pepper.
Really?
Yeah. At least not yet.
We keep disagreeing on pepper.
We do.
I don't know if that's just,
Our palates are. It's like we're smoking two different cigars.
not quite, but
So
we
we got a special delivery package in the mail.
did.
We did. From
And
our friends at
We did,
mymonthlycigars.com.
and we're gonna unbox that.
Yes.
We're gonna do a little video.
So you'll have to look to our YouTube channel for that.
Yep, and we're gonna unbox that actually during the segment with Curi0us Jenn. Through the magic of the recording process here, you're gonna probably hear this like 2 days after the video is up and live. Actually.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, it's kind of just the way this works. But anyway, so yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll shift on over to our regular Friyay Whiskyay segment with Curi0us Jenn.
Time to get our drink on.
While Jeff and I see what's in the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box, part 2. It's time for Friyay Whiskyay.
Hang with us. We'll let you know what's in the box right after Jen.
Well, it's time again for another one of our regular Friyay Whiskyay segments with Curi0us Jenn. How are you, Jen?
Good. How are you, Nick?
Doing all right. It's a little early in the day for me, but we're recording this a little earlier than normal. So
Yes, it's the wee hours of the morning, so
schedules are what schedules are. So we have to
that's right.
fit this in when we can. So unfortunately, folks, that means that we won't be drinking today because, you got to have, day drinking's one thing, but, drinking at 8:30 in the morning, that's a whole different situation.
Yeah, that's a little rough. But I did add some eggnog, some boozy eggnog to my coffee. So
Well, there you go. So you got a little something going on there. So
just a little something.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Can't find eggnog around here after Christmas time, so I don't have any.
Oh, this is still my bottle that I actually got it as a gift from a friend of mine last year after Christmas, and so I just saved it
It's still good?
until this. It's just in a bottle, yeah.
Oh.
It's Evan Williams eggnog.
Is it not actual egg? Because in the States
I don't
here...
fucking know.
Because in the States here, it's like it's in the milk section and it's pasteurized.
Oh, no,
and
no.
everything.
This is from the liquor store.
Oh, okay. This is something different. Okay.
So Evan Williams is a bourbon.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's been actually in my whiskey cabinet until
Oh,
this
okay.
Christmas. And then I opened it up, so now it's out of the whiskey cabinet and in the fridge. So
Gotcha.
it's okay, but I'm kind of over the eggnog, so
So you're just trying to
I'm just kind of
chugging it down to get rid of it?
Yeah, so
I
it's
gotcha.
going in my coffee in the morning.
Well, it's not bad. That instead of
Yeah.
cream?
I usually use milk.
Oh, I thought you didn't like milk.
I don't like milk, but I like it in the coffee.
Oh, okay.
Just not drinking it straight. Yeah.
You impressed I knew that? I knew you didn't like milk there. I paid
I
attention.
think most people who follow me on Instagram
That's
know
true.
I cannot
That's true.
stand milk. Oh,
So
my
anyway.
goodness.
So what's the topic today?
Well, I wanted to tell you that, our conversation last week about block heaters and building requirements,
Yeah.
quite a few people did answer that.
Good.
And they said, that people in northern states can get cars with block heaters,
Okay.
but it's just not as common as Canada.
Gotcha. Well, and with me living in southern Illinois, it's probably nowhere near a concern here. So it's probably not even well, it might be an option, but it's not one that is even really offered to me all that much.
No,
when
you
I go
probably
to buy
wouldn't
cars.
even need that.
No,
Yeah,
not
so,
really.
So it seems like it is in the United States. However, it's very uncommon.
Okay. Well,
And then as for the building grades, I was told by a few people that contractors in the U.S. have a standards guide. So they base their standards on geography. So where you live is going to depend on what they use.
okay, so so it is different. So that means that builder's grade pipes in Southern Illinois are going to maybe not be quite to the same level, or I don't want to say quality, but for lack of a better term, quality, maybe as pipes in, North Dakota along the border, or Maine, or somewhere up north that maybe gets a little colder. And then taking that one step further, perhaps builder's grade pipes in Southern Illinois really are not the same quality as what you have up in Alberta.
Right.
Okay. Well, then that makes sense as to why we are always constantly warned to turn our faucets on when it's going to get super cold, and you guys don't.
That's right. I can't even imagine doing that. What a waste of water.
It is a waste of water, but it's better than having your pipe burst.
That's true.
So.
That is true.
Anyway.
And somebody wanted to know what was the deal with Naked Barbecue Guy.
Well, if that person is interested, they can go back to the episode that you first came on and talked with Jeff and I, if they want. I mean,
and
or
talked explicitly
about Naked Barbecue Guy. So that story, I believe it was talking whiskey with Curi0us Jenn and a CAO session. I think that was the episode. It was a while ago. So, but your name was in the title of that episode.
Right.
So yeah, so if they're interested, they can go back and listen to that episode, and it was a good episode. It was a fine conversation.
Yes, and you can hear all about Naked Barbecue Guy.
Oh, you hear a lot about Naked Barbecue Guy. So.
Oh my goodness. Anyway. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Robbie Burns Day.
Okay, we talked a little bit about Robbie Burns before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that is actually January 25th.
Okay. So Saturday.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it happens to also be the birthday of a very, well, in her own mind, famous whiskey dog.
Oh, is it Maggie's birthday?
It is Maggie's birthday. Her whole litter is named after Robert Burns.
In her own mind.
Yes. Yeah, she's going to be turning 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, old and still acting like a ridiculous puppy.
6 isn't that old for a dog.
No?
I don't think so.
Well,
life expectancy for dogs, it all depends upon their size. Bigger dogs have a shorter life expectancy than smaller dogs. So Maggie being a little beagle like that, I mean, I don't know what the life expectancy for a beagle is, but she might only be middle-aged at this point.
She kind of seems like a middle-aged woman.
Yeah. I mean, my dog, he recently, left us, but he was, oh God, how old was he? He was 14, and he was a big dog. He was like a 90-pound chow mix. So you got plenty of years left with Maggie.
Excellent.
Yes.
Because she still does act like a puppy.
Well, good.
So anyways, I want to talk to you about Robbie Burns. And if you don't know about him, he's a famous poet.
Okay.
Do you know what that famous poem is? That's his most famous poem?
No.
I do not remember it either.
This is the crack research that we...
Yeah, I'm going to look because I know he has quite a few, and I do really like poetry. Oh, I don't even know how to say it, though.
Oh.
Maybe... No, I'm not even going to try to friggin' butcher that. Yeah. I can't tell you because I can't even pronounce it. I don't even want to try.
Okay. All right.
But anyways, he does have a lot of famous poems. And but the reason why he's important to whiskey is because he was actually one of the most famous excisemen in history.
Okay. Now we briefly touched on this before, but for those people who missed it, and to catch me back up, an excise man is like a tax man.
Yeah, it was a tax collector. So basically, in the 1700s, there used to be a lot of taxes. That's when they first introduced taxes for whiskey.
Okay.
And the taxes became just crazy. So distillers were just kind of doing things in secret.
Like making batches in secret so they could sell them and not necessarily pay taxes on them, that kind of thing?
Yeah, the excise men were considered to be like scoundrels, and they were often taking more taxes than what was required by law.
Okay.
So they were really, not good guys, really.
Okay.
So Robbie Burns was considered to be very fair, only taking what he was supposed to be taking.
Okay.
And so that's why he was a very popular exciseman with the distillers.
Well, that's good.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 1823, the Excise Act was enacted, allowing the distilling of whiskey in return for a license fee. So there was a certain license fee, and that's how it came out.
So then at that point, the excisemen didn't...
Well, they still collected it, but they were, I think it stopped the smuggling of whiskey and stuff.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Standardized it a little bit better.
Yeah. They were also known as gougers.
Well, yeah, if they're coming in and taking more than they're supposed to and everything else, then I can see that.
Yeah. So that's why maybe in your city if you look at whiskey events, there's probably Robbie Burns whiskey events happening.
So this isn't just a Canada thing. This is a...
Oh, no.
Okay.
It is definitely not.
Okay. So where was he based in Canada, or was he...
No, he's Scottish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was born in the UK.
Okay.
January 25th, 1759. And then he passed away. Holy cow, he passed away at 37 years old.
I mean, I know people back then didn't live that long, but that does seem awfully young.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, I'm older than Robbie Burns at this point, so...
I wasn't expecting that. I thought maybe he'd make it to at least 40, but I guess not. So anyways, it's definitely not a Canadian thing.
Okay.
It's, but his poems are really popular in the States, too. I'm sure people know that. I mean, I'm not going to try to butcher
No, that's fine.
the name of the poem. I'm really not going to go there because I honestly have no idea. Actually, it's really popular to eat haggis on Robbie Burns Day. I know. I'm actually going to... Are you looking it up to see how
I'm looking up the poem to see
I know,
which
I was
one you're
kind of hoping
talking
you
about.
would, and that you could butcher it.
10 most famous Robert Burns poems. Auld Lang Syne?
Yes!
Oh, Auld Lang Syne. That's the song you sing at New Year's.
Okay, I don't.
Oh, yeah, no. We sing in the States on New Year's, we sing Auld Lang Syne.
See, this is probably more prevalent in the States than it is in Canada.
Yeah, no, it's the song that
I don't even know how to say that. Auld Lang, what?
Auld Lang Syne.
Auld Lang Syne. That's the one I was thinking of, and I don't even know how to say that. Could you sing me a little part of that?
Brought to mind. I don't sing well at all.
I know, just so I could get a refresher.
For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. I suck and sing. We'll take
I feel like I need a drink
of
now.
Kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. Yeah.
There you go.
No, that's the song we sing at New Year's. Okay.
So that is
translated in English to long, long ago, days gone by, or times long past. Sung to bid farewell to the old year at the stroke of midnight, especially in the English-speaking world. Apart from New Year, it's also sung at funerals, graduations, and as a farewell or ending to other occasions. So there you go. All right. Well, now
so
I know.
Actually, tonight I'm going to a Robbie Burns event.
Yeah?
Hoping there's no haggis, but there actually might be.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Not that brave, no.
Do you know what haggis is?
No.
You just don't like the sound of it?
Wait a minute. That's the all the organ meat in the sheep's stomach or whatever, right?
It says, haggis, the national dish of Scotland, a type of pudding, ew, composed of liver, heart, and lungs of a sheep, minced and mixed with beef or mutton suet and oatmeal. Oh, and seasoned with onion, cayenne pepper, and other spices. The mixture is packed into a sheep's stomach and boiled.
That's too much. So as we are recording, I just got a message through Instagram, and I'd like to bring this up real quick so that I can read this.
Okay.
This is from one of our listeners, My Sticks 35 millimeter, and he writes that I owe the United States a big apology. He says that he's in Canada, and yes, it's cold as shit. He talks about how we had a good conversation about the cold and how the United States doesn't need block heaters and appropriate piping. And he says, repeat after me, I'm sorry, Alaska. So, you know what? He makes a very valid point. I did forget about our 50th state to the north, our friends in Alaska. And so, yes, I suppose that the folks in Alaska would need appropriate piping and block heaters. I'm speaking from a privileged Southern Illinoisan, not somebody having to live up in the Arctic chill of Alaska. So
you were saying that's My Sticks 35mm?
yes.
Oh, he's got a French name. I'm wondering where. I'm just looking to see where you're from there, Mr. My Sticks.
Actually,
I have a feeling he's not in Alaska. Because he's Canadian, you said, right?
Yes. Ontario.
Oh, he's from Ontario.
And I only know that because he requested a sticker.
Of course he did. Because your stickers are amazing.
Indeed. I have, I think, 4 or 5 people that I need to send them still to. But I got caught up on a bunch. So
I saw a post with your sticker and note, and your penmanship is pretty darn nice, Nick.
well, I appreciate that. I took an architectural drawing class in high school, and for the first half of the semester, they just drill into you how to write properly. So my cursive is abysmal, but my printing, I can get through that.
I was kind of wondering, did you use a ruler to make the line straight?
No.
No, wow, that's pretty good.
I just,
it's pretty good.
just wrote.
If you want to see Nick's penmanship, just send him a DM and get a sticker.
Request a sticker. You got a sticker and a note.
I did.
Yes.
I did. I put it on my Instagram, but I don't feel your penmanship was as good as I've seen in other people's.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I was just writing out a whole bunch of them and got lazy.
You were just like, it's Jen. Whatever. Oh, no, I'm looking. It is actually nice.
I was going to say, I'm like, I would think it would be, but,
Yeah, it is actually nice.
Okay.
It is. I approve. I take that back.
Haha.
Your penmanship is spot on.
All right, then. So My Sticks 35 mm or millimeter, we do apologize to the folks in Alaska who obviously do need thicker pipes and block heaters.
And by we, Nick means...
I mean me.
Like himself.
Yeah, me. Me. So.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway. So. Well, fun. Well, I hope you don't have to eat any haggis tonight.
I won't be, because I
Okay.
would just die.
Not interested in that, so.
No.
Okay.
I can barely eat meat, sometimes if I'm thinking about it. Never mind something stuffed into a stomach. Gross.
I mean,
No, thank you.
they had to do what they had to do, I suppose, but it's enough to drive me to vegetarianism. So.
Yes, I'd be curious to know, if people want to let me know if they've had haggis.
I do like, what is it, bangers and mash? Isn't that just sausage and mashed potatoes?
I don't know.
I've had that before.
I don't know.
Had that before. Little bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash. Hey, I don't even know what that is.
I'm pretty sure it's just sausage and mashed potatoes.
That doesn't sound very adventurous.
I'm not a very adventurous eater. I like what I like, and I stick to what I like. So
I can be adventurous, but not... I don't want to try, weird meats. I don't know. Meat kind of grosses me out. I'm not a vegetarian. I do eat meat.
Yes.
But, I stick to regular meat offerings, I guess.
I get it. I don't like fat in my meat. I hate fat in my meat.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we already talked about last week, we talked about steak.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how you like your steak. God, we know so much about each other.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Weekly conversations will do that. So
yeah, that's right.
Actually, what the folks don't know is the conversations tend to go on for at least another hour plus after we get off the recording. So where can everyone find you on the socials?
They can find me at Curi0us Jenn, Curi0USJENN, or on my favorite project, Jenn Karen, JENNCAIRN.
All right. Well, Jen, always a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
Eating the gummy bears there. So
I am.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, as always, interesting with you and Jen.
Indeed. And through the magic of podcasting.
The magic.
Jeff and I unboxed our mail from My Monthly Cigars.
We did, and we made a video of it.
We did.
I'm not going to lie, I think it's some of my best work.
It's something.
It's some work.
It's some work. But I'm super excited.
We're jazzed.
Because they sent us two Nova Champion football cigars.
These things are the coolest, guys. Seriously.
It is a 5x70 Perfecto shaped like a football. And the coolest part is that the wrapper, there's two different, kind of colors of the wrapper. So it has the stitches and whatnot for the football. So it looks like a football.
It's super cool.
But it's wrapped in an oily Habano 2000 wrapper leaf. It has a Dominican binder and filler that, according to My Monthly Cigars, will be sure to score a touchdown with your palate.
Aww.
I know, right? It's cute. But anyway, so that is available on mymonthlycigars.com. Looks like it's $24.54 per cigar. So this is a $25 stick.
Wow.
But if you use offer code PULPIT,
yes.
PULPIT, you get 20% off at checkout. So
as we might as well go ahead and finish that up, but as with the other boxes or any of the stuff they have.
Precisely. So yeah, well, this is a good time to go ahead and get into the information about My Monthly. It is a premium cigar subscription service. You can get a box shipped to you at your house and every month. And we recommend the Robusto box, which is 4 cigars for $30. That's the box that we receive. And in that box, you get the 4 cigars. It's the same 4 cigars that we get.
The Nick and Gator Care package.
We smoke them over the course of 4 episodes throughout the corresponding month. And again, just like with the Nova cigars, if you use offer code PULPIT, PULPIT, you get either 20% off any of the items in the store, or you get free shipping on your first subscription box. And then additionally...
And, you hear me... Well, they have the MSRP guarantee.
They do have the MSRP guarantee.
But you hear me also always talk about the brick-and-mortar stores. I haven't seen a brick-and-mortar with this cigar. So this is going to be one of those rare occasions. Guys, go out and order this cigar. You fire that thing up at your Super Bowl party or at your lounge that you go to.
Yeah, you're gonna get some attention.
You're going to be the hit. You really are.
So, But yeah, so circling back on that MSRP guarantee, just to explain what that is, basically...
You're going to go into that more in depth, are you?
Yeah, just to clarify, that means that basically the MSRP of the 4 cigars in the box is guaranteed to meet or exceed the price of the box.
So if the cost of the box is, say, $30, it's going to at least be $30, if not more.
Yes, Jeff.
Okay.
So, like, for example...
I just wanted to crystallize your thoughts eloquently
the
there.
January box is, I think, like a $38 or $36 value.
Yeah, December was like $44, $45.
December was a good box. So, not that January hasn't been.
I will say, I've enjoyed the January cigars. So far, we're into the 3rd one, and I've liked all of these sticks.
Yeah. The cigars have been really good.
Yeah, this Alec Bradley is a good cigar.
It's the Alec Bradley Tempus Nicaragua. That's what we're smoking now.
Lots of, like I said, I'm getting dried fruits and coffee.
I'm getting coffee, a little bit of pepper, not a lot.
The pepper's starting to come in.
Yeah.
I'm in the back half now.
So.
What is, if you don't mind, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. What is the cigar for next Friday? The one that's left in the January My Monthly Cigars box. I know it's an oily wrapper. I'm wanting to see if you can remember.
So the final cigar in the box is the Pioneer Valley Maduro.
Yes. Is it an oily wrapper? Maybe I'm wrong.
The description says it has a slick, dark and oily broadleaf Maduro wrapper.
Look at that.
Look at you son of a bitch.
Look at who read ahead.
Anyway.
So far, we're 3 for 3. This box has been good.
This box has been good. I've been enjoying this box.
And again, it's a great way to find out. Go outside of your comfort zone, find some sticks that you may not normally smoke, and it's going to be something that you may want to go pick up at your brick-and-mortar store locally. So it's a good way to sample these cigars.
Indeed. And, we've learned a lot lately from talking with Dan over at Riverman about
what he's a great guy.
He is. And he taught us a lot about what all goes into a retailer picking up a new line of cigars.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
Like, for example, if your cigar retailer doesn't carry Oliva, for example, then he taught us kind of like what all goes into the process of them carrying Oliva. And it's fairly intricate and...
Not just Oliva, but mainly any brand.
Yeah, not just them. It's pretty much any brand. But, it's one of those things that it's intricate and it can be kind of costly for that retailer. But, so it may be one of those things where maybe some of these cigars out of the box are maybe a little bit more limited.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit more difficult for your retailer to get. But it never hurts to let your retailer know that you enjoyed it. And maybe they can check it out when they're at either the TPE or the PCA trade shows and kind of strike up a relationship with that company, and maybe that might be the thing to throw them over into I'll go check out that vendor and see what's what. The
thing that I really liked about getting to meet Dan is I feel like he's kind of taken me under his wing now, and he's kind of being a mentor. He's helping me figure out life.
What?
Actually, we just talked about cigars.
I was going to say, I'm like, what are you like?
But
evidently there was a conversation I missed. But
I'll tell you what, this guy knows his stuff. And it's amazing to sit and talk to him. And just the amount of cigar knowledge that he has that he can impart to his customers is just amazing.
Well, no, he does. And the man loves sitting and talking about the cigar industry. So
oh, yeah. He is all in. And if you're in St. Louis and you get a chance, please look up Riverman. Because these guys, they're out there fighting. They're struggling to stay in business. I mean, these lounges, the government's not making it easy for them.
Nope.
And we need to do everything we can to support them.
Any more thoughts on the cigar there, buddy?
It's just a good stick. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with an Alec Bradley. I mean, let's be honest. This is just a good cigar.
I agree. I haven't really had an Alec Bradley yet that I have disliked.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say you haven't had one yet. And I'm like, well, you've got one.
No,
You're smoking right now.
The Magic Toast and the Black
that's a good stick.
And the Black Market.
I've had the Black Market, yeah.
They make some good cigars.
They really do.
No, so I'm all in on Alec Bradley, so... Anyway, so we do have a couple other housekeeping notes. Are
we going to do the Ask the Boys? Oh, wait, that's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday. Yeah, no, we're jumping ahead.
We had some good questions in the last podcast.
We did. If you haven't listened to it, circle back to the last podcast.
I just want to do it every week.
Learn how to. We do it every week.
Every episode. I just want to get questions.
We need
constantly.
more questions from people.
So give us your questions, guys.
Yeah.
You can ask us about anything.
Yeah, I mean, somebody asked how to hide a body that we covered last episode.
I think I covered that a little too well.
You covered it very well.
I've gotten a few phone calls from law enforcement after that.
Law enforcement is now watching us. So
how about a list?
Anyway, no, you did jump ahead in my show notes with the My Monthly plug there. So I'm
known to do that.
I'm circling back, trying to get back on the track here.
Oh, okay.
But
I should stay out of your way for a few minutes.
Well, I'm just saying we have
kind of let you do your thing.
I just want to remind everybody that we are going to start doing weekly giveaways in February.
That's kind of exciting.
So make sure that you sign up, get on the list. You got to go over to cigarpulpit.com and you got to sign up for our free newsletter. When you sign up for the free newsletter, not only do you get the free newsletter, but you will also be entered to win in our weekly giveaways. And all you got to do to be entered to win is just make sure I have your name and email address and stay on the list. If you're on the list, you're set and ready for the weekly giveaways.
And I have something that I want to mention before we wrap up here. Yesterday, I was honored to go down with my newspaper and cover the Illinois National Guard ceremony at SIU Carbondale. We have 400 local troops from throughout southern Illinois and surrounding states that are going to be deploying. They're headed to Fort Bliss, and then, orders from there are, obviously secretive. We don't talk about troop movements, but these guys are going to be going into harm's way, folks. So remember them, and I bring that up to remind you, don't forget about Cigars for Warriors.
Yes.
We've got 400 young men and women from Southern Illinois that are going to be deploying. They're from, if I'm not mistaken, Effingham, Mount Vernon, West Frankfort, and the Marion National Guard, units are going to be going. So those people are scattered all over the Metro East, over into Missouri, all over the place in Southern Illinois. And remember Cigars for Warriors, because those guys are doing yeoman's work to help get a little bit of home brought to our troops when they're overseas.
Yes.
Yep.
And
the Blackhawks, always ready.
I would actually add to that if you want to make a donation for Cigars for Warriors, and this is a completely unpaid endorsement, no, they've not talked to me about this in any way, shape, or form. But going back to one of our previous shows, I would recommend that maybe you consider donating some of the 300 Hands cigars.
Oh, yeah.
Since a portion of the proceeds for every sale of those cigars goes towards helping the folks in Nicaragua.
Donating that cigar, you're giving back doubly.
Exactly. It's a win-win for everybody. Mm-hmm. So consider picking up some 300 Hands, donating that to Cigars for Warriors. Everybody wins.
Yep.
So,
and, I just want to remind everybody, not just with the unit from Southern Illinois that's leaving, but we have men and women in harm's way around the globe. And, just, guys, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Please, please, please don't forget about them. And do everything you can as a cigar community to help, the Cigars for Warriors cause, because you wouldn't believe how much getting some sticks like that is going to mean to some of these guys out in the field.
Exactly. And speaking of traveling, not to a dangerous place.
Well, I
guess there's probably parts of Indianapolis that are dangerous, just like any other city. But
I'm not wearing my Kevlar there, though.
Gator and I will be taking off on the first excursion of the 2020 Nick and Gator Traveling Freak Show and Cigar Evangelical Revival, where we will be visiting Indianapolis, Indiana.
This is just the stupidest name ever.
We will be visiting Indianapolis, Indiana we'll be rolling into town on Wednesday, February the 5th.
You know what we should do? We should do like the Big and Rich video and get some horses and a band. We're coming to your city. Now we got something.
Going
to be higher than a jet airliner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll be rolling in on Wednesday.
You have no idea what song I'm talking about.
I know. On Wednesday, February 5th. And so that night, we'll probably find a lounge somewhere to go and hang out at, and we'll announce maybe a little closer to that date where we'll be, so that folks can find us. And then all day on Thursday the 6th, we plan on hitting up some places in Indy. I know that we've been told that we need to hit up Sticks, which is a cigar lounge and Asian restaurant, and Jeff's all in on that.
I am all in.
I mean, that's like pretty much like your perfect world right there.
If I had chips, I'd shove them in the middle of the table right now, because I'm all in.
And we want to also hit up the Burn by Rocky Patel, which just opened recently.
Nick is jonesing for that one. He's excited.
That place looks really nice, and I really want to go check that out. And then the last place that we've gotten enough suggestions for it, and I haven't had any other suggestions for anywhere else, so I think we need to hit it up, is Nicky Blaine's.
There you go.
So what we may end up doing, since there's 3 places, we may end up picking one of those places for that Wednesday night, and then doing the other 2 on Thursday. But we'll keep everybody posted.
We'll put out a schedule of events.
Indeed. So come and say hi, meet Nick and Gator.
Are we getting a tent? Like, are we going to have a tent revival?
No.
Or a circus?
We're just
either way for us.
Walk in and find 2 chairs and hope that somebody actually took time out of their day to come and say hi to us.
Somebody randomly walks in and just starts asking everyone, "Are you Nick and Gator? Are you Nick and Gator?"
I would hope that. I mean, just look for 2 fat white guys.
We're kind of that's half a cigar lounge at least.
Valid point.
So just you'll see us. I've got the long hair that I'm donating, and
unless
it will not grow long enough to cut.
Yeah.
I want to cut my hair so bad. And Nick just looks like a big teddy bear. Aw.
Aww. Anyway, so definitely come and meet us Wednesday, February the 5th, and Thursday, February the 6th in Indianapolis, Indiana.
We need a banner that we can put up over
of
us.
Places. I want some sort of wrestling entrance where, like, lights and smoke with, like, entrance music and shit going on.
I wonder if we could get some babes to walk in with us. I mean, that would be something.
That would be something as well.
It would be. She could be our manager.
My God.
Oh, my God.
And then, looks like probably near the end of February, jumping ahead here a little bit, looks like more than likely on February the 21st, which is a Friday-ish. These dates are still to be determined. But
TBA.
But I know Saturday, February 22nd.
TBD.
No, Saturday.
TB something.
TCBY? Anyway, I know on Saturday, February 22nd, the 2020 Nick and Gator Traveling Roadshow and Cigar Evangelical Revival will be traveling to the Windy City, Chicago.
Chi-Town, baby.
And now there's a newspaper convention or conference going on up there.
FOIA Fest.
And I have literally no desire in the world to go to it.
You've been to it before. You came and supported me the couple of times I spoke at it.
Yes,
Yep.
and it took everything I had to stay awake for the rest of it.
Look, if you're into keeping government above board and honest, it's a great thing.
It is the most
I'm going. I'm going to that.
Thing.
You're going to hit cigar lounges.
It is the
I'm
most
going to that.
dry thing ever.
Yeah,
so
there's just something about exposing government officials when they're doing wrong.
So there is some question as to how we're going to manage this. We're either I don't want to do a 2-night stay in Chicago.
No.
So it's either going to be we go up on Friday and have Friday.
We're rolling the dice enough to be in Chicago one day.
Well, yeah. So I mean, it's either going to be we go up on Friday, spend Friday night, and then you do your FOIA Fest, and I go and find cigars on Saturday, and then we come back Saturday night. Or we go up super early Saturday, you do FOIA Fest, we do cigars Saturday night, and then come back Sunday. I'm more in favor of the Friday-Saturday.
Yeah, I am too. That morning drive is brutal. Can we take my Jeep again?
That's a horrible idea.
Oh, that was the greatest thing. We had the worst, literally the worst.
We drove
6 hour
5
drive.
hours.
Yeah.
5 hours in his 2-door Wrangler along the highway to Chicago in one of the windiest, brutal rainstorms.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hell driving that thing.
It was
and
like we were driving a billboard.
And of course, he picks me up at 4 in the morning, and within the first half an hour, he's like, "Dude, I'm wiped. I can't drive. You're gonna need to drive." And I'm like, "Well, why are you wiped?" "Oh, I didn't go to bed last night." What the hell's wrong with you?
I knew I wouldn't wake up in time, so I just pulled it all
night.
nighter.
Mind you, we had no...
And Ange.
And we had no plans. And Angela was with us.
Angela was with us.
We had
our good
no
friend Ange.
plans whatsoever for spending the night in Chicago.
None.
So this dumbass spends... he stays up all night to pick me up at 4 in the morning to drive to Chicago.
Sometimes things happen.
Sit through a just horrifically boring FOIA Fest. And then turn around and drive 5 hours back that same... When did we get back? 11? Midnight?
Oh, God, it was brutal. And we stopped at that Mexican place in, what was it, Peoria or somewhere?
Something like that.
Yeah, I forget where we even stopped.
Dude, honestly...
It was random.
You went, somewhere in the neighborhood of 36 hours without sleep.
Yeah. I couldn't do that anymore. I'm 50 now.
It was ignorant. Just beyond ignorant.
Wait, hold on. When have you known me to do anything ignorant?
No shit. But anyway. So just as a heads up, the road tour will be circling up to Chicago near the end of February.
Yes.
So otherwise, what else? I guess we got to hit the socials.
Hit the socials, baby.
So we are available on Instagram at The Cigar Pulpit and Naked Gator, NEKKID Gator. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and you can always contact us through thecigarpulpit.com.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Guys,
think this is a show.
Thank you so much for listening. You have no idea how much we enjoy doing this and getting the comments and things. I mean, we had people that reached out and told Nick they're glad he's still alive, which it means so much.
I mean, I guess I am glad that people are glad I'm still alive, so that's good.
Kristen laughed her ass off about that, by the way. And she looked at me and she goes, "Did Nick know you were going to do that?" I said, "Oh, no idea."
No idea at all. So
it was great.
Anyway, final thoughts on the cigar there?
You know what? Alec Bradley, you can't go wrong. It's a good stick.
Indeed. I dig it. The flavors are good. I mean, I will admit I'm not... Robustos are typically not my thing. I do like something a little bigger.
In your mouth.
Stop it. Anyway. It's just one of those things that, you know...
He even showed me his travel humidor. He has a box press Alec Bradley in his humidor.
That's that
the Traveler
that's
right
that
now.
fine and rare.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
talked about
you
it.
will smoke a box press now and then. I'm proud of you.
That was a recommendation, and I went ahead and acquiesced and bought that. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know I'm not going to like the shape of it. If I could get that in a round, I'd be so much better off.
So many jokes. But we're at the end of the show, and I'm going to let it go.
Please
you know
do.
why? Because I care.
Please do. Please just let it go.
It's because I care.
Okay.
Aw, we're hugging later.
No, we're not.
This is one of those times.
No.
I feel close to you. We should hug.
No. You need to back away.
He's going to burn me with his stick.
I was going to say,
The nub of his cigar.
just put it out in your eye.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I wear glasses.
There you go.
Yeah. They help to block those, eye attacks.
Well, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick. That's Skater.
Oh, my God.
Stay smoky, everybody.
Amen.